Morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome to practice. My name is Stacy. Let's begin by coming to the mat, taking a moment to settle into the breath. So recline completely onto your back. Bring your knees into the chest, and we'll rock from side to side. Just massaging the low back and tuning into the breath, noticing how you feel, and just begin to widen the side to side motion so that you're taking your legs through a tabletop and all the way over to the floor. You can bring your arms out to a T, and that will help to stabilize your balance a little bit. Come back through the center, hands around the shins, nice squeeze. Let's bring the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long on the mat. And then with the left hand, take the right leg across the body, extend the right arm. Turn your gaze toward the right side. Just a little twist this morning. And then roll onto your back. Give that right leg a squeeze, and then we switch for the left. And after squeezing into the chest, take the right hand, pull the left leg across the body. Extend the left arm and take your gaze over to that side. Oh, hi. Welcome. Looks like we have a visitor here. Do you need to pass through? I'm just coming to visit. Okay. Excellent. That's Sydney. Hi. Bye. Okay. Okay, we're right here. And then onto your back. Okay, let's begin by engaging the abdominal muscles. So bring the knees into the chest, hands along the sides, and take the soles of your feet up toward the ceiling. Bye, Sydney. Keep your left leg exactly where it is, feet flexed. Bend your right knee, and then extend your right leg long on the mat. Allow it to hover about an inch off the mat, and then bend your right knee again. Extend it back up to the ceiling. Left side. Bend the knee. Extend it. Allow it to hover. Bend again, and then send up. 2 more times. Right side. Bend the knee. And extend. Bend again. And send up. Left side. Bend. And extend. Bend again. Send up. 1 more time. Right side. Bend. And extend. Bend again. Send up. Left side. Bend. Extend. Bend again. Send up. Now, for fun surprises, let's do both legs. Bend. And extend. And bend again. Send up. 2 more times. Bend. And extend. Bend again. Send up. Once more. Bend. And extend. Bend again. And send up. Now knees come into the chest. Enjoy your rock from side to side. You earned that. Let's roll to the right side. Take the right arm overhead. And then use your free hand to press yourself up to a seated position. feels good this morning, but I'll go ahead and shut this door since Sydney has departed. You may notice that I have 2 blocks here, and those could come in handy. So if you like to use blocks, then you might want to grab them. They could help. Let's just come to a seated position. Hands at heart center. Inhale as we reach up. Exhale out and down. Again. Inhale up. Exhale out and down. Right hand down, left hand overhead. Inhale as you roll the chest open toward the ceiling, and exhale as you pull the lower ribs in. Roll your pinky toward the floor. Rise through center. Right arm comes along the way and overhead. Reaching, really expanding the right side ribs. And back through center. Both hands up. Bring the hands down through the middle. Right hand on left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale for a long spine. Exhale, twist. Turn your gaze toward your right shoulder or the back of the room. And then we release. Come back to the other side. Left hand, right knee. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Take your gaze in the direction of the back of the room. You may have that flexibility in your neck, and it may not go that the way. Release, and we'll come back to center. Let's swing the legs around right into a tabletop. Fingers pointed forward. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tuck the toes, and we'll begin with cat and cow. So inhale, tilt the pelvis down, lower the belly, and widen the collarbone as it smiles through and gaze forward. Exhale, push into the mat, round the back, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone. Continue moving with your breath. Inhale, belly lowers. Collarbone widens. Exhale, push and round. Really spreading the scapula or the shoulder blades apart. Exhale. And begin to make this movement your own. Noticing if you'd like to do certain things while you're in cat and cow, like bend your elbows and move forward. That's totally fine. And then if you exhale and push back, keep that in mind as long as you're moving up and down the spine and breathing as you do, that you're doing it right. All right, let's find a flat back. Tuck in the low ribs so that the belly doesn't hang. And tuck your toes as well. That's going to give you a little bit of stability in the next sequence. We'll take the right arm long, bicep by the ear, fingers reaching toward the front of the ground. Take the left leg back. Extend through the heel, toes pointed down. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you cross the body, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cross. One more, lengthen. And touch. Let's reach and hold. Pull everything into the midline. Lower your right hand and the ball of your left foot. We're going to pick up this foot here with the bent knee and then swivel it out to the outside of the mat. Raise the left hand to sky. Now use your upper arm to bring you up to kneeling. And then we'll bring the right arm up and overhead as we extend in gate pose toward this leg, this extended leg. Make sure you're rolling open your chest toward the sky. Travel back through center, and then we'll lower the hands to the mat. Starting with the right hand. Inhale, sweep it up. Open and twist. Exhale. Thread the needle. Place the shoulder on the mat and reach toward the extended foot. The free hand can walk to the top of the mat, or you can wrap it around your back if you'd like. And you should feel a spreading between the shoulder blade and the spine. Breathe into that area there. And then we'll take the free hand, place it in front of the nose, press down, twist, and sweep the right arm up and open. Exhale, place the hand down. Now let's walk the hands back toward the front of the mat. Knees come underneath you, and then we'll take the hips in a big circle. Doesn't matter which direction, because after about 2 or 3 times, you want to transition the other direction. All right, and then we come back to our tabletop. I'm going to turn around so you can see me a little bit better on this side. Tuck the toes for your stability. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, low ribs tucked, left arm extends long. Bicep by the ear, right foot goes back, toes pointed down. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, cross the body, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross. Inhale, reach. And exhale, touch. One more. Lengthen. And cross. This time reach and hold. Place the hand down and the ball of the foot down at the back of the mat. Take your left foot and then take the foot and just kind of kick it out like a kickstand outside of the mat. Put your weight into your left hand. Right hand comes to sky. Then the right hand will pull you up to kneeling. And we'll bring the left arm overhead, extending toward the leg. Make sure that your shoulder is open toward the sunshine. That way you can really feel the length along this side of your body, in between the ribs, these intercostal muscles, and then these attachments here in the hips. Come back through center. Place your hands down on the mat. Then we take the left side. Inhale, sweep it up, twist, exhale. Thread the needle. Place the shoulder on the mat. Reach the hand toward the extended foot, and then the free hand either walks to the top of the mat or wraps around the low back. Now see, this side feels a little bit different to me. It might need a little bit more attention. It's amazing how 2 halves of the same whole can feel completely different. Let's take our free hand, slide it back in front of the nose, press down into that hand. Inhale, sweep the hand up, exhale, place it down, and then we'll walk the hands back toward the front of the mat. Take the hips in a circle, around a large analog clock, and then the other direction. I like rolling over the kneecaps, it kind of massages them. You may enjoy having a blanket or something like that under your knees during that part. I'll turn back around now so we can face this direction. Excellent. Let's walk the hands forward, come to a plank on the knees and lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, press into the mat, inhale up, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Press into the mat, come up to a plank and press back to child's pose. Tuck your toes if they are not already. Lift your hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Bend your knees. Lengthen the hamstrings and the calves by doing so. Push evenly into the hands and the feet. So we're really lifting the hips up and the thighs pushing back and the heels resting downward. Maybe not completely down, but downward. Gaze is back at the navel or in that direction. Let your head go. Walk the hands back to the feet. And let's sway from side to side. If you'd like a more traditional ragdoll, you can clasp opposite elbows as you sway. Bring the feet to hips width distance. Settle your sway. Plant the feet, bend the knees slightly or more if you'd like to increase your bend. And then we slowly roll up to standing. Take your sweet time, let your arms hang. Press into your feet. Tilt your pelvis, stack your spine. Head comes up last, and then roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Hands by your side. Mountain pose. Firm your thighs so that you're actually picking up the kneecaps. Inhale as you sweep your arms up. Maybe hands touch, maybe eyes look. Exhale as you fold forward, out, and down. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale as you plant your hands. Now walk forward to a plank. Push into the mat. Firm the thighs. Breathe in at the top of the plank. And as you exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Press into the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Press your hips over your heels. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale as you rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale as you bend your knees, look past your hands, step, hop, or float to travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, release to mountain pose. Inhale. We rise. Exhale. We fold and bow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, lower through a chaturanga your way. Maybe that's all the way down. Maybe that's halfway down. Inhale up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back over the toes. Downward facing dog. Let's breathe here. Noticing the breath, inhalations and exhalations. Noticing the rhythm of the breath as we begin to speed up the movement in our practice. Inhale as you rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Step up or float to travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, release to mountain pose. Inhale, arms up, slight back bend, chest toward the sky, spreading the collarbone. Exhale, fold forward, out and down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Take your right foot to the back of the mat. Lower your right knee. Arms rise up, low crescent lunge. And now let's lower the hands. Grab your blocks if you have them available. We'll pull the hips back over the heels. Walk the blocks back and lift the toes up. Notice that I've backed out of the fold. It gives me a chance to come into it clean. Take an inhale and then exhale, fold toward your forward thigh. Maybe your gaze is at the knee or the shin. Flex your toes back toward the top of your head. Tuck your chin so you can elongate the back of your neck. And now let's place the sole of the left foot down on the mat. Move the blocks out of the way. Place the hands down, lift the right knee, step back to a plank, lower through a chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts on the in-breath. Exhale, place it between your hands. Lower the left knee. Inhale, arms rise up. And as you exhale, twist to your left. Extend your arms. Flip the front palm and reverse your reach. Right arm overhead. Sink down and open the front of this left thigh. Let's travel back through the center, biceps by the ears as we face forward. Plant the hand, lift the left knee, and the left foot will step to meet the right. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Sweeping all the way up, arching the back slightly, chest toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Take your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower your left knee. Inhale, arms rise up. Now let's lower the hands. We'll grab hold of the blocks. Pull the hips back. Lift the toes up on the extended foot. Flex that foot. Inhale for a flat back and exhale as you fold. Really pull that right sit bone under and down. And now we'll lower the sole of the right foot to the mat. Move the blocks out of the way. Plant the hands, lift the left knee, step back to a plank, and lower through a chaturanga your way. Exhale. Inhale to open for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts on the in-breath. Exhale, place it between your hands. Lower the right knee. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, twist to your right, extend your arms. Flip the front palm, left arm overhead. Really sinking down to open the front of the right thigh. Travel back through center. Biceps by the ears facing forward. Plant the hands, lift the right knee, and then the right foot steps up to meet the left. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the arms, lifting them all the way up. And exhale, release to mountain pose. So for this next part of the sequence, I'm actually going to just stand on this side of the mat. You don't need to change sides. It just kind of makes it a little harder to see from a camera angle if I'm facing the other way. So as you're facing the front of the room, transition your weight into your left foot. Hands at heart center. And then we'll lift the right knee. Now begin to lean forward, extend the right foot through the heel, straightening the knee, toes pointed toward the floor, gaze at the floor, warrior three. Let's lower the ball of the right foot to the mat. High crescent lunge. Now set yourself up for your high crescent lunge. That might mean adjusting your stance. Rotate your right heel down and extend your arms, warrior two. Now straighten your front knee, not locked, but straightened. And we'll push the right hips toward the back of the room. Reach the left fingertips toward the front of the room, preparing for triangle. Lower the left hand, maybe to your shin or your foot or a block, maybe to the floor. Right hand comes to sky. And perhaps you're able to take your gaze up toward your right hand. Now let's lower the right hand and we'll turn. We're going to face the front foot. So slide the back leg in about a footprint and turn the toes internally. So that is going to look like they are pointing at about 1 to 2 o'clock. Pull the left hip back. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. So your head is coming toward your front shin in a pyramid pose. From pyramid, plant your hands around your front foot, bend into your left knee, and slide your right leg back. Tighten the right hamstrings and push into the right heel. Press into the right hand, lift the left hand to sky. Lower the left hand. Now we'll turn all the toes toward the long side of the mat, and we'll bend into our knees from one side to the other. And maybe you're able to lift your hands if you'd like to play with balance and strength. Or maybe you'd like to keep your hands on the floor. Perhaps you'd like to lift your toes. I would invite play in this side-to-side movement in whatever way that feels good to you. And now we're going to lean into the knee of the right leg. Plant the hands. Turn the toes toward the back of the room. Left hand stays planted, right hand comes to sky. Lower the right hand, and then we'll take the left foot to step to meet the right foot. We're now facing the back of the room. Inhale, up, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we sweep our arms all the way up. Exhale, release to mountain pose. Bring the hands to heart center. And we'll transition the weight into the right foot. Now, lifting the left leg. Bending at the knee. Extend the left leg behind you by leaning forward. Warrior 3. Toes pointed down. Gaze at the floor. Let's slowly lower the ball of the left foot. High crescent lunge. Rotate the left heel down, warrior 2. Maybe adjust your stance if you need to widen. Straighten the right knee. Not locking, just straightening. Pull the left hips back, reach the right fingertips toward the back of the room. Lower the right hand down, maybe to a block. Maybe to your shin. Left hand comes to sky. Tuck the left sit bone underneath of you. Lower the left hand. If you're using a block, then we'll frame the right foot. Turn to face the front or the right leg, and then the back leg or the left leg is going to step in about a footprint. Turn the toes, so now it looks like we're at about 10, 11 o'clock. Inhale to a flat back, exhale, fold. Pull the right hip back, tuck the sit bone under. Try to really push your weight onto the back leg. Now move the blocks out of the way if you're using them. We'll slide the left foot back. Press both hands into the mat. Really widen the collarbone toward the front of the room in your low lunge. Now we'll turn all the toes toward the long side of the mat. Press your hands into the mat. Inhale, lift. Halfway, exhale, fold. Pull the top of your head toward the floor. It may touch, it may not. That's fine. If it touches, you may want to shorten your stance just a little bit, or perhaps you like that. Let's turn the toes out and the heels in. Walk the hands up, preparing for goddess pose. Before we do, we'll move the shoulders in, pushing the right shoulder in, and then left. Just back and forth. And now really sink the sit bones, bend the knees. You can bring the arms up so that they're at your side. You can bring the hands to heart center, whichever seems most comfortable to you. And you can even involve a little bit of movement if you prefer to have movement in your goddess. Let's release the hands, straighten the knees. Turn the toes toward the long side of the mat. Clasp the hands behind you. Inhale, chin and chest go up. Exhale, fold. Forward, out, and down. Maybe hands come overhead. Release the head, neck, and jaw. And then release the hands to the mat. We'll walk them over to our left foot. We should now be facing the front of the room. Step back to a plank. Lower through a chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back, child's pose. Let's press ourselves up to a seat. I just realized how long I've run on your practice today. So I need to run off and teach a class, Yoga 6 in Campbell. I'm super excited about that. But